Hello people, we are vlogging now. I've just woken up and it's fucking freezing. Look, it's this time of the year again. So I'm gonna have to sit in my car. I'm gonna have to sit in my car in the cold. And then I'm gonna get a coffee. I've not even explained why I'm vlogging, which might be confusing, especially if you don't know who I am, and you probably don't know who I am. I'll explain in a minute. Hello, I'm back. Basically, for those of you who don't know, I'm trying to be a 3D artist, or like, you know, I do 3D product visuals for brands, and I've realized recently that I'm not posting enough content. And they always say, oh, make sure you post 5 days a week, make sure you post, you know, as many times as possible. It's really hard to actually do work and then post videos. And what I was doing was I was posting 3 videos a week, and it just, what is this guy doing? I just wasn't actually doing any work. So that doesn't, make sure you post 3 days a week, but then you also got to do work. I'm so wonky. So that wasn't computing in my head. I have a full-time job as well, so I don't have the time to do all these things. So I was focusing on videos and wasn't getting any 3D work done. And it got to the point where I suddenly have no videos to make because I don't have any new 3D content. And then I thought, you know, surely it's better to just actually do work. You know? I started doing actual like 3D work again, and I thought I had a brilliant idea. If I want to post videos while doing work, why don't I just vlog it? I was going to get a coffee, but the traffic's fucking terrible and I want to be home, so we're going home and I'm just going to get started. I have a few things I want to do today. I thought it'd be cool as well to show you a project that I'm going to, well, I've not started on it yet, but I'm going to start on it. I've gone through a few different ideas, and I think I've landed on doing it CIRCULR, which is the sunglasses brand by VIKKSTAR. I feel like, you know, if I do some free work against their will, then they might like it and they might respond or give me a like, and that's all I crave. I crave likes from big brand. That's it. That's all I care for. I would much prefer hard cash. I'd much prefer some schmeckles, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Chalky twist, battered banana, and I've got myself a little coffee. I put some cream in it. Naughty. Someone called a cream police. Right, so I'm gonna get my tripod out so I don't have to do the old vlog style. Yeah, so I can't remember what I've already told you. I am gonna do a animation on CIRCULR. VIKKSTAR's, you know, there we go, hand free. VIKKSTAR's sunglasses company. That's my plan for today. I need to storyboard it and stuff. I did storyboard a wild advert, and I wasn't 100% feeling it because I've already done a wild advert, and I consulted with my girlfriend, and she's always right, and she told me do something different. So this was my storyboard. I don't want a whiteboard because I can't draw properly. Jumps up, wow. And then change, wow, awesome. Anyway, and also I've got the fucking most annoying chair. It's only like, I only got it a few months ago and it's just so squeaky. So it's so annoying when I'm trying to do videos. I have to stand up and do it. Basically, I'm gonna maybe take a file. I'm probably gonna take a photo of my wild storyboard and then figure out what I'm gonna do a storyboard for CIRCULR. And then get started. And hopefully, if I sweat this enough today, I can finish it. Now, I'm confident in saying that's not gonna happen, but, you know, optimism. That's what's gonna push me forward. So I'm gonna try and finish it today, get started and finish it today. I am also working with a client at the moment. Complete transparency, they are not paying me, but I've done some work for them, portfolio piece, and while I'm not got any work lined up, it's a no-brainer. Why not I just do some work for free? So that's what I've done. Hopefully I do the CIRCULR and they like it, they see it, would be a good start, then they like it, and then, you know, VIKKSTAR invites me to do a DJ set with him. That'd be awesome. VIKKSTAR's coming to Plymouth, so maybe he'll invite me. I'm gonna do the circular animation. I fucking waffle. I've got a white monster. Little midday treat. Anyway, I'll show you when I've got a storyboard or when I've got any updates. Let me go in center. Any updates? I said, oh, I'll be back when I finished storyboarding. Why don't I use my big brain for once? And I'll show you how I storyboard. That gives people a reason to watch, rather than just seeing, I've done this, I've done that. So, I'm going to show you my thought process and how I get to a good animation idea. Or at least, I'm not going to say good because some people might think my animation idea is a shit, but an animation idea that isn't just product rotate. Oh look, product rotating, zoom in. There's nothing wrong with that, but my good friend Thomas has sent me something from Attack on Titan. Nah, he would never. I had like a bit of a realization a few months ago, sort of thinking about like, right, how do I get better? Because I'm seeing so many people, the competition is so high. How do I even think about getting close? And it's not just with basic animations, just twist or like drag and drop effects. It's not with that, in my opinion. Where you exceed, you know, and get better is first of all pushing yourself, doing things that you don't think is possible, or not possible, but things that you don't think you can do. You can do them most of the time. You just need to know how, and you need to actually push yourself to do it. So that's the first thing. The important thing is having intention, okay? At each idea that you think of, you need to think, why am I doing that? It's not just twist product, white monster, for example. Animation be like, oh, it's twisting, and that's cool. That looks like a cool shot. You can imagine that in 3D, right? Oh, it's a cool shot. But why are you doing that? It might be, you might have a reason, cool design. Oh yeah, I'll show off the cool design. That's fine then. But if it's just like something that doesn't, like if I was showing off a banana, I could go all twisting and it'd be like, oh, I'm doing a dramatic shot with a banana. So there's like reasoning, but you want to make sure the reasoning is like good, you know? So they've got a cool new design. Oh yeah, I'll show off like close-ups of the cool design, random things like that. That's good. I like to think, and at least even if I am just doing basic animations, at least I've got a thought behind the basic animations. Big lot of waffle there, but that's my thought process. That's step one with how I come up with an animation idea. Next, very simple, Pinterest. It's kind of a cheat code. Obviously, you're just looking at other people, like what they've done and what has worked for them. I've quite a few, you know, different boards for different animations that I do, just to get a general vibe. And if I'm a bit confused on a shot, or I'm like, oh, how should I do the composition, or how do I do the lighting, blah, 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 I can just revert back to that and then get, you know, I have my general thing. And the reason I use Pinterest is just because I always have. So, yeah, I normally just look for product animations, and then if I'm looking for a specific vibe, I just go vibe. But what I try to never do is, if I'm doing, back to the monster, if I'm going to do an energy drink animation, I do not go on Pinterest and type in energy drink animations, because if I'm just replicating what someone else has done with the exact same product, then that's pointless and you look like an idiot. But if there's a croc advert and I'm like, wow, I love the way that I love the motion blur that they've implemented there, or I love the filter that they have, or I love that shot that they've just done. That would work really well with my monster animation. Nab it. Not exact. It's like inspiration. Pick different parts. Blam, blam, blam. Boring you yet? Well, this episode is sponsored by... Fucking boring. Shit joke. So, for example, let me think with my monster, because I've done a monster animation, and it's probably one of my favorite animations I've done, just because it was like the first animation that I did where I've put true intention behind it. I have a video on I think all my platforms about it, but I was focusing on speed of, it was Lando Norris monster, so I was focusing on speed, the design, because it was the Lando loops on his helmet, is the design of the can, so I wanted to show off the design in a cool way. There was one particular part where the can was spinning, there's motion blur, and it's sort of, again, speed and, you know, the tyres of an F1 car. That's where the intention comes from, and then it puts together a piece which is, in my opinion, pretty cool. Like I say, it's one of my favourite animations I've done. It's very short, but it just came together very nicely. So I'm looking to do something like that with CIRCULR. A large part of their focus, which VIKKSTAR has said himself, I've seen on the socials and stuff like that, premium high quality products, focusing on design, you know, styles and stuff like that. But they don't have the luxury price tag. So I'm going to try and show that. There's various lighting stuff that you can do to make it look premium. But the thing that's going to be hard is making it cheap without making it look cheap. That's going to be difficult, I think. Annoyingly, CIRCULR don't actually do a lot of adverts. They do more, obviously VIKKSTAR has a lot of ties with other content creators, so they show them with the glasses and that's their marketing, which part of me thinks maybe I should scrap this idea right now. But another part of me thinks if I just create a cool animation, that's a good enough job. And because this is mainly to show, it's not like to get in contact with CIRCULR. It's like a portfolio piece, you know, so other brands will see it. So it's not the end of the world if they don't see it. But yeah, I see a couple like still images that they use to show off new drops and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try and copy that sort of vibe. A lot of them have the same sort of way they show off the glasses. So I'm gonna try and do something like that. I kind of like, who's that? I like this. It's like sort of like motion blur, but obviously it's still and it's a reflection. I'm thinking that can sort of be the theme. Like a lot of motion blur maybe. The thing is, how does that fit in with the brand? So I need to figure that out and think of something that is compelling. Because like I say, I don't want to do something without intention. I don't want to just go, motion blur cool. So yeah, I need to figure out, maybe I don't know, is it just, I can't give it all of this and then just do cool visuals. Now I've spoke it, I have to actually follow through, otherwise I'm a melon. So I'm going to think of something visually cool and hopefully it has some intention, because otherwise I'm just a fucking idiot. Right, so one of the things that CIRCULR show off is premium design. I can have some cool visuals that show off the premium design and hopefully get together a little naughty animation. Or an idea at least. I've also got to figure out what actual sunglasses I'm going to do. They do a lot of different options. I don't know. Ugh. I wish I just had one pair. Oh, and then should I do the other stuff? So like should I do the cleaning cloth as well? Or should I do the pouch? Should I do the bag that it comes in? Well, I don't know, is that the pouch? Vegan leather case. Oh, there's so many different options. Maybe I could do like a scene with the cloth sort of floating, sort of like Aladdin's carpet, you know? Wow, do like sort of something like that. And then it could reveal the sunglasses. This is already going to take way longer than a day. Do that, and then I could do a couple close-up shots of the glasses. I'm sort of getting an idea now. Yeah, maybe some cool lighting. Maybe I could get some in-between shots with a bit of motion blur, which sort of is similar to my Monster advert, so maybe that's too close, but I'm thinking the cleaning cloth comes out, it goes like, woof, and like sort of floats around, and then maybe another shot and it goes, it's doing something else, and then it sort of goes across and then reveals the sunglasses, and they're sort of it floating in space, and then we can do a couple, like some close-up shots before we do the full reveal where it sort of pans back and you get the central actual sunglasses. We could do some slow motion videos but with high motion blur. I think that would be cool. I don't know if you're seeing the same vision as I am. Where sort of, a lot of this as well is putting it down on, I was going to say on paper, on whiteboard, and then sort of tweaking it as you go. But I think that's the general idea I'm going to go for. I quite like that. Shouldn't take too long, but then at the same time, probably not going to be done. I'm just thinking about the cloth animation. Maybe I could do like shape keys to make it a bit quicker. I'll figure that out, but I think that's a good idea. Start with the cloth, and then the final shot could be like the cloth coming in like around the back or something like that. Do I think these glasses... To be fair, they're green and gold, and I feel like green and gold could be quite a cool colour scheme that I haven't done before. Sort of play on that where it's a lot of green and gold, and maybe a bit of black. My master plan. This is the cloth, okay? The cloth is going to come across the screen slowly, and then it's going to be continuing to move. The camera will be panned back slightly, and then it's going to be very far away, okay? It's going to reveal the sunglasses. Awesome. Close-up shot of the sunglasses. I'm not sure if that's going to be the close-up shot, but close-up shot. Another close-up shot, that's the arm. Is that what they're called? Then, similar to my Monster advert, we're going to do some motion blur shots. It goes motion blur, blur. The Monster ones were fast. I feel like these are going to be more stylistic and slow, you know? And then the hero shot, centralized, nice, like sort of dark around the edge, sort of like a vignette, is that what you call it? Yeah, showing off the product. And then, again, this isn't a me thing, but I like it when it just cuts to circular, the logo. And then I'm thinking, I do like some continuation where it can restart, and I'm thinking the cloth goes over, and again, goes over the logo, transitions back to the original lighting where the cloth will then again rise. So it's kind of, it's not entirely looping, but it's kind of looping. That is my plan. What do we think? Comment wow if you like it. I'm thinking now, do I go through the full process and show you everything? Who's my audience? Who's watching this right now? Do you do 3D at all? If not, why are you watching? Because this will make no sense to you at all. Unless you're VIKKSTAR, you're welcome. Right, step one. So I've got front of the glasses, the side of the glasses, power them up so they're actually in line with each other. And then it's literally just a matter of modelling. What I probably find easiest is to start in the top corner and actually edit each point, because obviously we need to deform them slightly, because the glasses aren't going to be just flat on the side, are they? They're sort of curved a little bit. So you need to give it the, what's the word? The vertices. You need to make sure they've got enough vertices. So I'm going to give it enough vertices. Kind of like this. It's going to need some adjusting to make it more accurate. Something a bit more like that. If I sort of move them forward, you're getting that sort of curve. You see the sort of shape that I'm getting? It's sort of looking a bit sunglassy like. I'm going to probably cut that up so it's like rapid fire, instead of just talking for 10 minutes like I just have. And the rest is pretty simple. If I need to show you how to do that, then you need to watch Donut tutorial, I'm afraid. I need to do the wobbly desk. Green lens, gold frame, and then the black ends. That's literally all I need to do for the on the model in front, or the texture in front, and then it's done. I've had a busier day than I was expecting. It is now getting late, but I have finished the model. I feel like that's pretty accurate. I might lower this slightly because it's a little bit stupid, but I think generally that's pretty good. I'm going to get started on the animation work. The modeling's fine. I've just had other things come up, but it means that I'm not going to finish animation today, which I actually cursed myself saying earlier. It's okay though. I'm going to try and like block out all of the scenes, and then at least I just need to sort of finalise stuff when I next get the chance, which will probably be a little bit tomorrow and then maybe Monday. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but it's going to be okay. It is currently literally just gone 7 o'clock, and I've got to the point of rendering just a short, quick scene, and for whatever reason, there's so much flickering. Now, I can only assume it's because of the noise or the samples. I'm gonna do too many samples and see if it fixes the issue. If it fixes the issue, then I know it's just a samples problem. But other than that, I don't know what it could be. I've tested so many things. I don't know. I was gonna, like I said, I was planning on finishing it today. I haven't even fucking started. I have still got some work done that's not related to this. So I've had like a decent day, but like it's moments like this where it's just like, what am I doing? I've just been sat here with my sad little life, and I'm not making any progress. I'm such a stupid little boy sometimes. But anyway, the model is done. I just need to animate. If I can figure this problem out, that saves a lot of issues. I don't know if it's maybe something wrong with my GPU. Can be. It can't be that. I refuse. I probably am going to call this vlog off for today, because I'm determined to have a finished vlog, but I'm not prepared to carry on because I am knackered. So maybe this, instead of being a day vlog, it'll be like until I get this piece done. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe this is the circular vlog. And if it is, then this is the end of day one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm currently editing this vlog. It's going mental, isn't it? It's actually Thursday night now. A whole week from when this was filmed. I'm also rendering out the circular animation. It's pretty much done, so you're going to see it very shortly. Sit tight, this is going to be a fun one. Turns out the issue was, I think I had my roughness. I think the roughness wasn't correct, so it was causing like some issues with that. Hello, me again. I was actually wrong, believe it or not. It wasn't a roughness issue. It was because I had turned off multiple importance. I'm not sure why it does the flickering, but basically I unchecked it so that the area light wasn't visible on glossy surfaces. But it turns out, yeah, it removes it, but then it just makes it look horrible. So that was the solution. I've just turned them all back on and adjusted the lighting. I stopped being lazy and I decided, right, I'm going to figure out the lighting. Yeah, it wasn't anything to do with roughness. I was just waffling. Anyway, back to me. It's adventure time. Wow, amazing. Another day, another dollar, as wise men say. So today is Tuesday, and it's been a few days, nearly a week, since Thursday. Thursday night I worked a bit towards planning out some shots for the circular animation, and my plan was shape keys to do like a fake simulation with the cloth. Worked pretty well. I've planned out pretty much all of the shots, so I can render them out a low quality and sort of see what it looks like. I'm gonna need to add something else. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure if it's the color scheme that needs changing. It's pretty dark and I don't know if that really matches the vibe that I'm going for. Don't know if you can tell, but oh, you can't see, my wheel's in the way. I'm mic'd up, so I'm not sure how good the audio is. I might find out that it's all broken and I'm gonna need to redo it, but we'll see. Clock strikes 12, midnight arrives. Oh, fucking hell. Tangled. Oh, I'm holding it like I'm this way around. Let me try again. Oh, tangled. Oh, yeah, cool. That was the first take. Right, so there is one shot that I can show you that sort of gets the vibe of what I've done. Hello. So, sort of like a mysterious sort of gold and green. You can't really tell in this shot, but the lens is a tinted green and the frame is gold. So, oh, and I've sort of tinted the HDRI, see if that helps. I'm going to render this out and we'll see what it looks like in full. This one is just like a rising into frame. If I can revert back to the whiteboard. This shot is, where is it? Number 7. So glasses, arrows up, and it points up. Who says you need to be good at drawing? But yeah, so this is, I guess, shot 7. I think I'm going to render it all out and then see what I feel like is missing. Maybe there's some extra shots I need to include, or maybe the lighting setup needs to be different or whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that these tweaks will be pretty quick to change, and this is just, you know, the main thing is the animation and everything else sort of comes after. So I think this is going to be done on Thursday, by the end of Thursday at least. That's the plan, that's the hope, because otherwise it's going to be a sad, sad day. You, sir, have won the internet for watching this video. Subscribe and like. Oh, I'll show you my cloth simulation. This I'm actually quite happy about. This is pretty cool. So this is our cloth, and if you look at this is literally just shape keys. I've animated some shape keys, and it turned out like this. You know, sort of wobbly. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, that really has sped up the process. That was all I wanted to show you. And now I'm going to render out these scenes. Wish me luck. Hello there, it's Thursday again, which means it's now been 2 Thursdays since the day that I actually wanted to have it done. However, that just wasn't going to happen. Having the project started and finished in a day, stupid Josh. Today I've given myself a few tasks. I'm going to try and just bulk film a load of videos, you know, quick videos that I can just have a somewhat of a decent schedule again, because I haven't really posted anything in ages. I'm going to finish this vlog up very shortly, you'll know, because there'll probably only be a couple minutes left, and then straight after this I'm going to start my next Thursday vlog, which isn't going to be a Thursday vlog because they've ended up being a 2-week vlog, and most importantly I'm going to finish and post my circular. So should have a productive day. Anyway, let me get home. The end of the circular vlog. How insane, how far we've come. So today's Thursday, again, they come around often. I planned to have this done a while ago. Few things came up, a client being one of them, which is obviously a good thing, but also just render times. It just takes so long. When I'm posting it now, I try and do it in a good quality, higher than 1080p, purely because it looks better. And, you know, I want to post the best quality of what I'm doing. I don't want to cut corners, even if it means it takes a bit of time. So I got to today, and I'll play it now. I'll play it here. Bam. This is actually what I had rendered. It did need a few tweaks, but generally this was finished. And then I got back today, this morning, thinking, right, I need to finish this vlog. Just need to re-render some shots. And then I decided I hate the background. Not, you know, the background staying the same, but it's too dark for one. So I've raised the brightness of the background slightly to make it a bit more appealing on the eye. And now I'm needing to re-render the whole shot. I've also turned off multiple importance for all of the lights because I was focusing on the actual product. It was causing flickering, but it's also just, it didn't look great on the background either. So I don't know why I included it in the first place, to be honest. I don't know if it was an accident, just duplicating the lights and they've all got multiple importance on them, but yeah, I sort of came to the end and turned them off. Looks way better. With that and a few adjustments to finalize the shots, I'm now re-rendering everything. I was hoping to have it done, like, sort of posted now. It's 1 o'clock. Sort of hoping to post the animation, and then around 5 or 6 I'll post this vlog, which probably still will happen, but it means that the animation is going to be posted a bit later, maybe around the same time. But it's not the end of the world. It, you know, could be worse. If it was a client, it'd be a lot different. I'd have to be doing, working a lot more on it, and, you know, sacrificing more time, which is completely fine. That's what you sign up for. But with this being a personal project, I haven't been too hard on myself. I'm thinking it's December 4th now. I could probably fit in one more project before Christmas, but I'm not going to rush it. I don't know if I'm going to do product animation. I might do something different. I don't know. I'm not doing any animation work today. I might do tonight, but you'll see in the next vlog. Oh, just making a few videos instead. And then that will gear me up for the rest of December, having content to post, and then I can work on projects or continue vlogging or whatever. But yeah, so coming to the end of the vlog now, I am sort of stalling a bit because if I had this animation, I'd be able to show you it right now. You will only have to wait, what, 2 minutes? Maybe not even that. It's rendering. Don't know if you can really tell comparing it to the last version I just showed you, but it's a lot brighter, has a bit more character, and just not as gloomy. It is also as well just an animation style that I've not done before, so I'm quite happy to try something new, and yeah, hopefully people like it. I think now as well, it's not necessarily something that, like, if CIRCULR approached me and was like, yo, we want you to make an animation for us, this probably wouldn't be what I'd make, unless they obviously gave me a brief and it fit this animation. This probably wouldn't be the animation that I'd go for. I'd play it a bit more safe. But yeah, I wanted to try something new, and I think I've successfully done that. That's it, really. I'm stalling. We'll wait a couple minutes. Well, I'll be waiting a couple hours. I reckon I'll have it posted by 5. That's my plan. What have I done? I've just posted on my story, vlog will be out today between 5 and 6. The animation hasn't even finished rendering, which means I've got to finish this first, and then I've got to show you guys and add it into the vlog, which is going to be posted in 1 hour and 40 minutes. Bit rushed, but it's going to be okay. I've also just cracked the white monster, going turbo mode. Ooh, quickly. Shot's just finished rendering. Let me show you guys. One awesome end frame. Wow. We'll open. What shot's this? 6. 7. Right, this is a shorter shot. Ignore how, like, crazy... Oh, not crazy. Ignore how unorganized this all is. Right, the transparency doesn't need to be that high, so I'm trying to optimize... What am I doing? Right, 2. And then make sure it's going to the right place. What shot's this again? 7. Shot 7. Boom. This one shouldn't take too long because it's only 60 frames long. The next one after this shouldn't take too long because that's only 60 frames long. And then, oh no. The final one's 300 frames. Oh, that's a bit close. That's cutting it a little bit close. Yeah, and my audio on this vlog isn't lining up perfectly. So if bam, 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 you'll see if that's out of sync. There's not much I can do. I think it's a CapCut issue, and I think it's only in the viewport. I don't think it's in the final rendered version. I'm hoping not anyway. Yeah, so I'm finishing editing this vlog, just every clip that I do. So I'll finish this clip and I'll fling it over to the viewport. Now this is just becoming like a how I made this vlog, which is kind of cool, I guess. Okay, it's going to be about 30 minutes. Does anyone care? I feel like if it was 4 minutes, people might watch it. But 30 minutes. If anyone is watching this right now, if you are watching this right now and you've made it 30 minutes, I would offer you some money, but I'm not going to. Instead, if you've made it all this way, please comment. What should we comment? God, guys, you should watch right till the end. Comment that, please. That'd be amazing. And then that will show me that you've watched at the end, and then you will become my favourite person. And honestly, I'll just be so confused why you've watched till the end. Next time you see me will be, wow, it's finished, watch this, and then end the vlog. Because it can't go on for longer than 30 minutes. I finished rendering everything, but for some reason, and I'm not going to post for 6 now, it's 5:20. I finished rendering everything. However, scene 8 decided to save like this, and I have no idea how to fix it. Look, it's saved as individual files rather than PNGs, which I'm not too sure why. I've got, look, here it's saying the file format is PNG, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. Render animation. Am I gonna have to render each frame and then save each frame independently? That can't be right. Turns out it was so annoying. There was one box that wasn't ticked. Where is it? Let me see if I can get it quick. Now it's rendering normally, but it's I would have had it done on time. That file extensions button had been unticked for some reason. I must have accidentally clicked on it, and in doing that, it's set me back probably 30 minutes at least, which is annoying because it's coming up. It's now 5:30. By the time this is done, I've got it rendering on a lower quality now to make sure I can get it out today. What is that going to be good enough? Oh, it's going to have to do. It is a blurry shot, so it's not the end of the world. God, that is a blurry shot. I don't know if that's going to work. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to raise. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is annoying. What an absolute annoyance. Right, that's going to take probably 20-25 minutes to render. And then, right, I best get editing. Because I've got to get this sorted. ASAP Rocky. Right, BRB. Right, alright, okay, next time you see me, the render will be done, and I'll be posting this. So hopefully this face will be on YouTube in an hour. Knowing my luck, the Wi-Fi will cut out and I won't even be able to post it anyway. But finally, we rendered out the shots. I finished one, realised the other needed doing as well, so I quickly did another shot. It's now 24 minutes past 6. I wanted it uploaded 5 or 6. Bit annoying. Ideally as well, I wouldn't have wanted to post it so late. This vlog, that being, the circular animation is another thing. I wanted that posted at 1. But I'm hoping this vlog, really quick clip at the end. Hello, people. And then, yeah. So I'm going to leave you with the animation. If I had more time again, I probably would have edited this slightly differently, but it's a little bit rushed. I want to get onto the next vlog. I'm going to do a Hawkston beer review. That sounds like a bunch of fun, and I'll see you in the next vlog. I'll see you in the next vlog, which will probably be next week, hopefully. Probably going based off this vlog, it'll actually be the week after, but we'll see. If any of you are still watching, 35 minutes in, that's incredible, and I appreciate you watching. So I'll leave you with this little beauty. Let me know in the comments how well you think I've done. And yeah, adios.